You're looking at him, one of the most exciting fighters on this planet. Look at that face. Brandon Moreno, the former flyweight champion. Oh, and he's back in a big one, brother. It goes down Saturday, Dallas, UFC 277, an interim title rematch with KaraFrance. Brandon, I love chatting with you, man. How the heck are you doing?
Man, I feel amazing, bro. I feel very happy. I feel very motivated. Right now I'm in Vegas. Tomorrow I fly to Dallas. My weight is perfect. My energy is still perfect. So man, nothing. Just waiting until Saturday to shock the world again.
Well, you go by the assassin baby as your nickname, but you may have the baby face, but you're a grown ass man. So I think it's time for a name upgrade. What do you think about El Huevos Grande?
Okay, that nickname is interesting.
Yeah. That means
Mira,
big ones, I
el
think.
huevotes, el
Yes. Oh,
huevotes.
close enough. Same thing, same meaning. You deserve that nickname because you make awesome, exciting fights. And I think we're expecting the same in this rematch with KaraFrance. But before we get into that fight, the real champ at the moment, Deiveson Figueiredo, who you fought brilliantly 3 times, he doesn't believe this interim title is necessary. How do you respond to that statement?
Man, he's very dramatic. He's a guy with a bunch of emotions. Right now, I'm just trying to don't think too much about him. I'm trying to put a lot of respect of Kai France because he's a very tough opponent. But man, the guy had the opportunity to fight with me again, but he started to put a lot of excuses. So now we have two guys with an amazing technique, with a lot of talent, going for a belt. Who the company, the people say is the interim, but man, in my heart, this one is the real one because I'm doing everything right. I'm like training hard every day. I'm eating well. I'm waking up early. I'm doing my job every single day. Man, I was able to fight. I'm able to fight, and man, I will be the champion again.
Do you think he's faking an injury or delaying it longer? I mean, what the heck's really happening here?
Man, I don't know what can I expect from him. I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. He's a liar. He started to put a lot of excuses. He started to lie about myself. Then he started to say he wanted more money. UFC say no. Then it started to come with the injury. You never know with that guy. I don't want to talk too much about him, because he's not my opponent right now, bro.
All right. Well, let's go back one last time on Figueiredo and go back to that third fight. You lost your title. It was another great fight. What would you change? How would you go back and fix that when you look at what happened in that trilogy bout with Figueiredo?
Man, I can't lie to you. That moment was very disappointment in my career, in my life. I was very frustrated. I was very angry in that moment, right? Because even right now, I'm still thinking I won that fight. I understand was a really close fight, but man, watching the fight again, the repetition. I don't know, man. I feel like I won that fight, but one of the key of my success in my career is like I'm a guy who I pass the page like fast. I have short memory always, because if I leave my mind in that moment like very focused, like be very arrogant, saying like no, I won that fight and whatever. I mean, I need to evolve. I need to pass the page. I need to go forward and just keep going. Obviously, I watch the fight and watch the repetitions to watch which mistakes I need to fix. And right now, I 100% confident I did it, man.
Okay, I respect that. We've seen you on UFC Countdown with the cameras there and your beautiful family. How hard is it to be like a dad one moment and then be training for violence the second? Do you ever feel like it's hard to juggle both emotions at the same time?
Maybe, brother. Obviously, it's tough. The recovery part because other fighters, for example, um, you can go do your workout and then go back to home and rest. But to me, it's like go to the gym, do my workout, and then go back to my house and be a parent, be a father, pass time with my kids, and play a little bit with them. So sometimes at night, like it's like 10 p.m. I want to go to the bed, and they are like jumping in the bed, like whatever. That is tough, but I love those moments, man. Make me feel alive in this life.
I love it. I love it. You beat KaraFrance just 3 years ago. I know you expect him to be different, to be better, but when you look back at that fight from 2019, you got a unanimous decision. What do you think you did right to win that fight that night?
Uh, was simple. I feel just like I decide to win, because I remember the first round was tough. I felt I lost that first round, but then I start to go forward and put pressure on him, and just believe in my technique and believe in myself, and I get it, and I got the victory. So this time, definitely, I'm expecting a whole different KaraFrance, more mature and more experience. But man, I think it's a fact. It's the same with me, right? Like more experience, more evolution in my technical stuff, and man, I can't describe with words how this feel, but I feel very motivated, man. I
Now,
feel
do
with a
you,
lot of confidence.
when you talk about KaraFrance's improvement, what do you see? Is it his power? What has been the difference for his growth on this 3-fight winning streak from your vantage point?
So yeah, I mean, I can talk about the technical stuff definitely, but I think the most important thing with KaraFrance is he's more mature, and he has more experience. He looks more confident in the moment when he step in the octagon, and that is a amazing is a weapon to put in the fight, because you can have all the technique, but if you don't have the confidence in yourself, nothing else matters, right? So that will be the most biggest challenge in this fight, to me, like to even with that, like put my pressure and go against KaraFrance.
I know the gentleman named Askarov has said a few unpleasant things about you in the past, but I was surprised KaraFrance beat him. I thought, KK France made a huge leap, not only knocking out Garbrandt, but to go in there against somebody like Askarov and get the W. Were you surprised in the way that fight played out at all, having already fought both guys?
Man, 100% Congress for KaraFrance. He has all my respect again. But the problem with his last opponents, I mean, they was thinking in KaraFrance like they passed already the challenge. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Like, I will beat KaraFrance, and then I go for the title against Brandon or Figueiredo, whatever, and that's it. But man, you need to understand, you need to fight first. You need to fight first, because this business is the hard business, and you don't respect the game is against you, and he will beat you definitely.
I know you're a big boxing fan coming up in the Mexican culture. Boxing holds such a firm grasp. My campeones, I look back, I'm like, Eric Morales, that guy was a badass. Who was your campeon growing up that got you to love this fight game so much?
So when I started watching boxing, I don't have the opportunity to watch Morales or Barrera. Definitely no Julio Cesar Chavez, but I have this age when Juan Manuel Marquez was fighting, for example, when Antonio Margarito was fighting, and other guys. But yeah, I think definitely Juan Manuel Marquez. Because it's interesting. He put all the hurt, like the Mexican style, like very brave and going forward, but mixing it with technique.
Yeah. And
He was
smarts.
very technical. He was very smart, and if in the fight you need to put the hurt, he did it. he did it. So yeah, I think Juan Manuel Marquez, and obviously you right now in this era with social media and internet, you can watch a lot of highlights. Terrible Morales, Barrera, Julio Cesar Chavez, they are the best ones for me.
Yeah, the all of them big huevos, no question about it. But did you ever get to meet Marquez and tell him how much you look up to him?
Yeah, I know. Actually, last year I meet Terrible Morales, and he's an amazing person, man. He's an amazing guy. We are from the same city, from Tijuana, so we have a few people in common. But yeah, I mean, hopefully in the future I can meet Julio Cesar Chavez too, and Marquez and Barrera and all the other ones.
All right, when you are involved in a historic rivalry, which you and Figueiredo, I know you don't want to talk about the guy. It's a historic rivalry. Sometimes at the end of that rivalry, think Arturo Gatti, Mickey Ward, you've spent so much time fighting with another man, you grow to love that man. You grow to become friends with him. Will there ever be a day where you and Figueiredo hug and cerveza and live it up together?
I open on that. I can do it. But
Okay.
he say he hate me. I don't know, man. I'm still thinking that feeling is fake. You never know. But man, I mean, definitely I have a lot. The people need to understand. I have a lot of respect of him. Imagine we fought 3 times in a row. We make history together, and we can make more history in the future. Definitely, you start to connect with your opponent, right? Like Juan Manuel Marquez and Manny Pacquiao. So yeah, man, I just want to finish that rivalry in the future and start to make more legacy. Imagine will be the fierce 4-5 between some guys. So I wanna like raise my hand and say like, hey, I wanna make history again.
Well, you may fight him 6 or 7 times for all we know. Who knows? But you're
You
right.
never know.
The conversation now is dance number 2 with KaraFrance. So tell me this, Brandon Moreno, how do you win? How do you win this rematch on Saturday?
I wanna finish the fight, man. So the first fight, it was a decision, a unanimous decision in 2019. So I feel it will be a really good test, a good challenge to finish a guy who I fought before, and now finish him. Like I don't know, man. Submission. I show to the world I can finish the fight in the ground. I can finish the fight in the feet. Maybe I don't have a finish on the feet in the UFC, but I did it before, so I know I can do it. And more right now, man. I feel very powerful. So we'll see. Obviously, a fight is a fight. Like you can make a lot of different plans, but in the moment when you're in the octagon, everything can change. But man, I'm ready.
All right, I want to ask you this final question. I have so much respect for you because you, no matter what happens, good or bad, you come back with a smile on your face and you work hard. You got cut by the UFC, yet you come back, win the championship. Well, now you got to come back from losing your championship. What advice could you give to the listeners who are battling things in their life on how to mentally stay that strong where you can always keep coming back again after each defeat?
Man, just pass the page, man. Just pass the page. I know my attitude is very crazy sometimes because I don't know, it's very funny. For example, in fight week, you can see all the fighters like cutting weight, obviously, and like with the energy very low and with this face like very serious. And it's normal, right? It's normal because maybe the energy is not the biggest one in that moment. But I don't know, man. I'm just trying to enjoy the moment. I love my job. I love what I'm doing. That's why I'm here, like fighting for a world title, and that's it. Just enjoy your life, man. Enjoy your
All
life.
right.
Try to don't take everything very serious. Some things in life are very serious. For example, to me, be a world champion is very serious. But try to make try to prepare all these things and just enjoy life and be happy.
Good, great advice. El Huevos Grande himself, Brandon Moreno. Best of luck this weekend, UFC 277. Can't wait to see you back out there, brother.
See you, brother. Have an amazing day, all right?